Maryland won the toss and deferred, so they will be kicking off to get things started. Here it is, Elijah Tolliver, the starting tailback, with some room around the left side, out past the 30-yard line. Solid return for Michigan State to get things going. And they can certainly help him out early by getting the run game going. Milivojevic over the middle of the field. First pass, first completion. This went to Kershawn McCray.
You just saw McCray, the slot guy, make a nice catch.
Elijah Tolliver around the left side, spinning his way to an 8-yard gain. Here's Tolis. Into plus territory now for the Spartans, picking up the first down. Milivojevic in a throw. Pressured coming, has to get rid of it. Tolliver on 2nd and 10. Not a whole lot going there. Daniel Wingate, 3rd and 9 here for the Spartans. Maryland showing blitz, and here they come. Milivojevic hit as he throws, gets it off. That's complete. It's Nick Marsh. He loves playing the Terps inside the 25. Milivojevic to throw, little pump fake. And here comes the flag. And another flag. Tolliver inside the 15 and now inside the 10-yard line, down to the 6. Tolliver again. Tough running for Elijah Tolliver down to the 2-yard line. Keeping it on the ground. And the Terps able to keep him out of the end zone.
Wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do it again.
2nd and goal inside the 1. Milivojevic to throw, wide open in the end zone. And that's a touchdown for Michigan State.
You had McCray making a catch and Nick Marsh showing his athleticism. That is what the doctor ordered.
Into the end zone, fair catch called for.
See how much he can grow tonight.
Quick pass for Maryland to get things started.
Running down the line of scrimmage, making a nice play there.
Washington throwing again, this time to the right side. Picks up 6, does. Maryland spreads the ball around. 5 players with 35 or more catches. That's tied for the most in FBS. Washington to throw. 4-man rush from Michigan State. Wide open is Farouk. Farouk out past the 50-yard line. Washington taking a shot downfield. And overshoots Caleb Webb, who had a step on the DB. Keeping it on the ground with DeJuan Williams, the redshirt freshman from Baltimore. Washington, clean pocket. Again, taking a shot down the middle of the field, off the mark. He was looking for Shalik Knotts. Bryce McPherson on to punt. 2nd in the Big Ten with a 44-yard average, an end-over-end punt. Fair catch called for just inside the 10-yard line by Omari Kelly.
As Coach Loxley comes over to talk to his young quarterback.
Here's Tolis on 1st down, eluding one tackle, keeping his feet. Out past the 20-yard line is Brandon Tolis. Little jet sweep action. Omari Kelly, the MTSU transfer who began his career at Auburn.
We all know Ryan Day, the heir apparent to our colleague Urban Meyer.
Milivojevic complete. Maryland's pointing at that offensive line for Michigan State, claiming it's a false start.
Is that Brocious? That would be the 2nd.
Pressure coming from Maryland. Milivojevic lets it go, and it's broken up. He was looking for Marsh again. Smith lets the ball bounce, tries to stay out of the way of it. That looked like a tricky bounce. Still 7-0, Michigan State on top. Quick throw for Washington to the right side. That's Farouk picking up 4, maybe 5. Washington. First time tonight we've seen the wheels. Looks like he picks up the first. DeJuan Williams back in the game at running back. Here's Williams picking up the first down for Maryland. And the give to Nolan Ray, who grew up about 15 miles away from Ford Field. The redshirt sophomore from Southfield, Michigan, Brother Rice High School.
But it looks like it's coming back.
Holding, number 9 of the offense. 10-yard penalty.
Quick throw by Washington, complete to Knotts. Ray taking his time, completing over the middle. And that's the tight end, Dorian Fleming, who was called for the penalty. Here's Ray trying to cut back up inside, but nothing going. Jordan Hall
there to make the play.
2nd and 9 from the 42. And he's going to get called for the penalty. So from 3rd and manageable to 3rd and 14. Washington pressured, gets rid of it. And out past the 45-yard line is DeJuan Williams, still well shy of the line to gain. And McPherson is on once again. Kelly, the return man for Michigan State, and this has been flags flying everywhere here in the first quarter. Good punt, fair catch called for at about the 12-yard line.
For the Michigan State offense, no one has been as consistent as they should be, and it's really because of the offensive line.
Only fitting we have another flag as this quarter winds down.
64 of the offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Milivojevic's throw complete at the 19-yard line. That's his tight end, Jack Velling again. Second and 7 here for the Spartans as we start the second quarter. Keeping it on the ground is Milivojevic with all kinds of time. And that's Omari Kelly cutting it back up inside. We do have a flag down at the line of scrimmage. Kelly tackled at the 25. We'll see if it's coming back.
Personal foul. Illegal hands to the face. Number 57 of the defense. This penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal.
Sets up first down in the red zone. Turning the corner and getting down inside the 10-yard line. Quick throw, nice catch made by Nick Marsh. Had to go down a bit to get that. Still about 4 yards shy of the 3rd and 3. Tullis in the game at running back. Milivojevic looking into the end zone. The operation is good, and so is the kick. And the Terps need to get a good drive here and get some points on the board over the head of their last 4 by an average of 25 points per. Terps keeping it on the ground on first down. Howard again on 2nd and 7, picks up a yard before he runs into Quindarius Dunnigan.
That's good Maryland knowledge.
3rd and 6, Washington. eludes the rush and then over the head of Jalil Farouk. Braylon Collier deep for Michigan State. An end-over-end punt calls for the fair catch. Has to run up on it at the 35.
They did have that award when I was at USC.
You're not going to say whether you won it or
Well,
not.
everybody knows I did.
Keeping it on the ground and plenty of room for Bryson Williams. He is the going to the air, almost a little jump pass. And down inside the 25-yard line. That one went for 28 yards, 3 catches already for Velling. Pressure coming on Milivojevic, lets it go. Here's Tullis.
At Oregon State, now here at Michigan State.
It's Marsh in motion. Milivojevic going there, and Marsh fighting into the end zone, and he gets another touchdown for the Spartans.
And defense playing a pretty complete game so far tonight here at Ford Field, not far from East Lansing. Really giving the Maryland defensive backs fits.
Certainly not easy on those Michigan State wide receivers when you have a quarterback
a little behind him, and he was able to go back and get that ball. Well done.
Quick throw out to Caleb Webb. Also played at Quince Orchard High School. A couple of Quince Orchard guys out here tonight. 2nd and 1. Washington to throw. First down Maryland. It's Williams.
And able to find his back over all that traffic.
Washington going to run himself plus territory. 2nd and 4 for Washington. And this has been a problem that has plagued Maryland. 3rd and 4, catches made here inside the 30-yard line.
Tonight in Detroit could be because of the tempo offensively.
Here's Washington with a stiff arm inside the 20, runs out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Fast guy going downfield.
Washington looking to the left side. That's where he goes. It's Farouk. Farouk inside the 5, down to the 1. Oh, here's the flags. What exactly
False
happened?
start. Offense, not all 11 players were set at the snap.
DeJuan Williams at running back on 1st and goal. Washington looking to throw into the end zone. Wide open is Jalil Farouk. There was nobody within 10 yards of Farouk in the end zone.
Showing a lot of maturity on that drive. He showed us all of it. He showed us his ability to check it down, his ability to get it to receivers, his ability to run the ball, and his ability to work progression.
Chow Tolliver out past the 25-yard line, spinning his way to the 29. So at this point, looks like 3 teams will be getting into the playoff from the Olsons were not happy with me when I forgot the cranberry sauce. It was my responsibility to drop the ball. Keeping it on the ground here on 1st and 15, out past the 30-yard line.
And if you're a college football player, you get like 3 Thanksgivings. There's like a team one on Wednesday, the family one on Thursday.
Milivojevic going to the air. There's Thanksgiving Day games. 3rd and 7 here for Michigan State. And here's Marsh again. We have a flag down at the top of the field. Marsh is
Illegal formation. Offense, number 58 was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty.
and fielded at the 10-yard line. It's Octavian Smith out past the 15, and in this day and age of college football, we know how important that is. It is not all about the money.
Talking to both teams and where they are in the moment.
Washington lets it rip up, and he's nearly picked off.
If they get a stop on third down.
3rd and 7 from their own 22, complete out past the 40.
In between the zone.
4-man rush from Michigan State. DeJuan Williams picks up 4.
Very often.
3rd catch of the night for Williams. Washington with the pump fake, has time. Out to Farouk. Farouk picks up the first down to the 45. That was the 6th catch of the game for Farouk. Washington looks right, goes left. Inside the 40-yard line, picking up the first down is the tight end, Dorian Fleming.
Yeah, he seems like a great leader, and guys do gravitate towards him. And here in the second quarter, we've seen him bring this offense to life.
And he's looking to throw again here. He's getting chased, has to get rid of it. Washington lets it go, throws a heater right at Knotts. And there comes the flags flying after that hit by Ray.
And now people are upset. You can't peel back block anymore. Is the one who hit him. And you can see he's all the way.
15-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Running back in Michigan in the class of 2023, so this is a homecoming of sorts for him. The penalty brings up 2nd and 25. Washington dumps it off to Williams. Williams keeps his feet. Work to do here on 3rd and 14. Washington over the middle. Catch is made at the 25. Washington looking to the right side. Up into the end zone. And Knotts not able to come down with it.
They had plenty of time to get the first down and run another series of plays. I don't get it.
Here's Tolliver out past the 30-yard line. 48 seconds to go in the half. Pressure coming. Pass complete. Whoa. Here's Marsh. This is what makes him so special. Makes the catch, gets some yak, and Michigan State's in business. 40 seconds to go.
Marsh makes the play, 19 yards, but he kept bubbling over to the right. There, bubble once. They got tempo now.
Again, Velling. Milivojevic throws off the hands of Amari Kelly.
And Milivojevic has looked sharp this entire first half.
Maryland bringing the pressure. He gets it off. Have the big back in there now, Brandon Tullis. On 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Tons of pressure coming. Pass complete. It's McCray. Krishan McCray inside the 15 and out of bounds. This could be a massive swing to end the half. Milivojevic throws again. This is Marsh inside the 10. 9 seconds to go in the half. 9 seconds to go. It's 2nd and 4. Tullis in at running back. Into the end zone. Catches it falling down. Are you serious, Jack Velling? What a remarkable grab by the tight end from Seattle, Washington.
He's one-on-one with Scruggs, and Scruggs.
Velling now 5 catches, 67 yards, and that touchdown.
Curious decision-making there down the stretch that really hurt the Terps.
Yeah, you're looking at, had they kicked the field goal, they would have been down by one throw, one completion here in the second half. That one to Octavian Smith.
Really nice play action there, too, for 15 yards.
Washington, little sidearm delivery to DeJuan Williams. Another quick throw to the outside. This is Webb. Washington, another on-time delivery, another first down for Maryland. This time it's Jaleel Farouk who had that touchdown earlier. Washington tries to squeeze it in there to Smith, his first incompletion of the half. Washington rolling to his right, throwing across his body. He was looking for Williams.
Let's see if he can get them back going again.
Empty set for Washington. Nice throw, nice catch. Again, it's Caleb Webb. Here's Washington on design run.
Didn't look like much, but it was.
Again, another pass play for Maryland. This is Knotts picking up the first down.
Physically, but not before getting the first down.
DeJuan Williams in for the Maryland touchdown. Who has played in 52 career games, more than anybody else on the roster. With another perfect snap, Maryland is set to kick off here. Ryan Capriati on to do so. And here's Tao Tolliver, popped at the 20-yard line. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage was Elijah Tao Tolliver. Throwing on 2nd and 12. Across his body over the middle to Omari Kelly. Tao Tolliver. Then his first pass this year was an interception in the opener in a game that we did.
Pick six.
And he has he's come a long way as he's been playing banged up since then.
In an abysmal fashion.
Ryan Eckley with a booming punt to Octavian Smith. Fielded at the 17-yard line, out of bounds at the 21.
What a drive by Maryland to start the half. Let's see what they can do the second time. I expect them to run some tempo here.
Keep it on the ground, which has been a rarity so far for Maryland.
Pass happy.
How about another one? Washington not on the same page with Punch Knotts.
With a 3rd and long. See if Joe Rossi dials up a blitz here. Looks like he's gonna. Oh, they back out.
Washington with the open receiver. It's Knotts. Knotts to the 50-yard line, and play action. They fake the handoff to Williams and they throw it to him. Williams cutting it back up inside. Quick pass from Washington. This is Webb. Oh. 2nd and 10 off the hands of Farouk. Looking left, that little shoulder hitch, back shoulder into the end zone. It's caught. Punch Knotts, touchdown. Great throw, phenomenal catch by Shalik Punch Knotts. Been his nickname since he was a baby. And it has been an outstanding final year for the senior from Monroe High School in North Carolina. Alante Brown past the 30-yard line. Alante Brown trying to go the distance, and that's exactly what Brown does. What an answer by the Spartans. A 92-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
Alante Brown really earned this one. Takes it right into the teeth of that kickoff team. Takes a couple of hits, runs through an arm tackle, another arm tackle, and then uses his speed to get away.
That's Alante Brown's first game back since week 3. He was hurt in the warm-ups.
Your defense has to get right back out there.
All right, fair catch called for. Already in the Hall of Fame, one of the greatest to ever do it, an absolute legend. Dewan Williams breaking a couple tackles. This is why they like this kid. Plus territory for the Terps down to the 35-yard line. Dewan Williams with 99 receiving yards tonight. Washington, not sure if that was tipped or not, at the line of scrimmage. And he zips this one in there to the 25-yard line, very close. Oh, you can see it.
Yeah, hands on the hips.
Washington scanning the field into the end zone, and just like that, Farouk.
They're getting a lot of guys involved. Octavian Smith.
Washington's last game.
With Malik Washington, who's been brilliant.
Capriati's kickoff.
They need something sustained here.
And just get it to that guy, Nick Marsh. Milivojevic swings it out to Brandon Tolis, who Tolis still in at running back on 2nd and 5. And he is out to the 45. Maryland blitzing. Just off the hands of McCray. Set at the 8-yard line for Maryland. And what a massive, beautiful, booming kick. Landing at the 4 and bounces back. He actually deserved better. Cleats for Kids Camp in Lansing. Very cool stuff. Swinging it out to Farouk is Maryland.
Awesome here in the second half, especially the third quarter. Can he get him out of this?
Octavian Smith had some room, but blitz coming from Michigan State. Washington on the move, has to get rid of it. Bryce McPherson's punt. Driving Omari Kelly back to the 29. And he's tripped up at about the 33-yard line. 55-yard punt, 3-yard return by Kelly as there's some jawing going on. And Maryland has erupted for 21 third-quarter points to make this a 3-point game. Milivojevic over the middle. Marsh trying to come back for it. Looking to throw on 2nd and 10. Right at the 20-yard line. It was Tao Tolliver. Pressure coming. Milivojevic eludes a tackle and picks up the first down. Keeping it on the ground on 1st down. Tough running from Brandon Tolis. Longest losing streak for Maryland and Michigan State in program history, and it's a 3-point ball game here in the 4th quarter. Milivojevic with the complete pass to start things off. First career catch for a touchdown for Rios. So 3 tight ends involved. Milivojevic dumps it off to his running back, and the talented freshman edge rushers who have combined for 13 sacks coming in. See if Maryland dials it up here. Here's Tal Tolliver. Very impressive considering Michigan State's given up 37 this season. And Maryland was all over that. They sniffed that out in a hurry.
Glasgow figured that out. They ran a double screen trying to get it to Omari Kelly after all the action was going to the left. Come back right to Kelly, but Glasgow runs around the block of Jack Velling and gets to the tackle. And that'll force a punt by Michigan State. And you know what that means? That means Malik Washington coming back out to run this Maryland offense.
It also means another chance for Ryan Eckley to land it inside the 10-yard line.
He's a heck of a punter, isn't he?
It's actually Carson Voss punting, landing at the 14. Iron things
Illegal
out.
formation offense. More than 4 players in the backfield.
I'm not sure how.
We have people. Fair catch called for at the 15. Has put 28 points on the board, and they are right back in this ball game, due in part to this guy, Malik Washington, their freshman quarterback. At one point, keeping on the ground to Williams. Eight men in the box for Michigan State. Most of them are coming. Washington finds the open man. It's Knotts. Knotts has plenty of room out past the 50-yard line. And punch.
Chunk for the Terps as they threaten to take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Washington looks to the right side. Pressure's coming here. And that's the first sack of the game. Quindarius Dunnigan. Again, pressure coming from Michigan State, and again, Washington sees it and gets it to Webb. Third and 9. Washington off his back foot, and he got him. It's Webb. First down, Maryland.
And now Michigan State really on roller skates.
Little bunch formation, and that's where he's looking into the end zone. One hand up from Farouk. Back in the game, bottom of the screen. Washington gonna use his wheels, cuts it back up inside, and he is inside the 10.
What a player.
That's Farouk in motion. Washington. 2 receivers in the vicinity, and the only man who touched the ball was the safety, Devin Cromwell.
But not putting the ball at too much risk, throwing it way out of bounds. No one was going to make that interception or reception for that matter. And Malik Washington is where you want to see him if you're a Michigan State fan, on the sideline.
27-yard field goal attempt for Sean O'Hare, who has made more field goals than any other kicker in the Big Ten. This one to tie things up, and it's no good. Those guys went to a section in the upper deck where nobody was sitting, and within 5 minutes, you had hundreds of shirtless dudes just up there hanging around.
It was like wasps.
Oh my goodness. Tal Tolliver plus territory and then some.
Well, their run games run pretty well all night. Tal Tolliver on the zone, and he sees that hole and exploits it. Beats the linebackers. Husky gets to him finally, but what a big play, flipping the field after the missed field goal for Michigan State.
38 yards, longest run of the night for the Spartans. Keeping it on the ground again. And that was way too easy. Glasgow with the stop after an 8-yard gain.
If there's one thing that has been present for Michigan State all night that hasn't been there for Maryland, it is the run game. They've been able to get good positive yards with their zone schemes. And Brian Lindgren going back to it here at a crucial point in the fourth quarter. Tullis now in the game.
On 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Sliding for the first down is Alessio Milivojevic.
I'm not sure if he got it either. He gave himself up right before the stick, and they're going to say,
well, that's right. They're putting it right on the line, huh? I think you're right, though. I think he might be just a whisker shy.
And he could have tucked this. It's not that great of a moment in field awareness. Of course, I can say that from up here without Daniel Wingate bearing down on me.
I don't know. It still looks to me like he got it. And it looks like he got it there.
When you fall forward, you have a better chance. And that moves the chains and keeps the clock rolling. Michigan State with the lead and in plus territory. And they've got their run game going. Tout Tolliver back in the game.
So the ball on the 31-yard line, fresh set of downs, 5:19 and counting. And you can be assured they're going to run the ball as much as possible here and force Maryland to use as many timeouts as possible. Tout Tolliver trying to find the edge. And guys are flipping all over the place. That was Rowland who was upside down. Sidney Stewart making the stop.
When they bring the fullback in and lead him through, that kind of gives Maryland an idea of where the ball's going to go. And they've done a good job when Jay Coyne is in the game, filling up that spot, creating an adverse down and distance situation for the Spartans and for Brian Lindgren, their play caller. But Milivojevic has done some good things throwing the ball and has shown the ability to get him out of some tight spots.
Potentially a throwing situation here on 2nd and 12. To Tullis. Tullis to the 25-yard line.
Very subtle move there by Brandon Tullis after he caught the ball veering inside, and that gained him another 3 or 4 yards, making it a little easier here on 3rd down. But it's a little too far to call their traditional zone play that they've been running. Be very interesting to see where they go.
It's a long 3rd and 4. Tullis remains in the game at running back. Maryland blitzing. And picked off is Milivojevic. It's Glasgow. Flags down. Huge interception by Jamari Glasgow.
Now that was a very late flag.
After the interception and during the return, personal foul, legal blindside block, number 74 of the intercepting team. This penalty will be enforced 15 yards. It will be 1st and 10 for Maryland.
Well, here's what I thought, that it was PI here on Glasgow and Marsh. He's got a hold of his hip, and then he hits him there with the right arm. You could say he was going for the ball. That's the penalty there, the blindside block on Brocious. Maryland back in business. Pretty iffy call if you ask me, or no call for that matter.
Washington up the right sideline. He was looking for Punch Knotts. Washington has thrown for more than 400 yards. Taking a big swing here, and he was looking for Knotts again, who's looking around like he wanted a call.
Not a catchable ball.
Huge 3rd down play here. 4-man rush for Michigan State. They hit Washington as he throws. That'll bring up 4th down.
In this second half, in this whole game, but Hall comes on the backside all the way on the edge. Corner going with him. They are 0 for 1 on 4th down today, and they're going for it here.
This could be it for the Terps. Washington's pressured, and Washington goes down. It's Aiden West and Jordan Hall. Michigan State takes over after the turnover on downs.
After being carved up all night like a Thanksgiving turkey, the Spartans dial up a couple of big blitzes behind Joe Rossi, their defensive coordinator, to snatch this one out of the jaws of the Terps. Still some time left, but huge moment for Michigan State, and now they're kind of back in the same position where they were before they threw the pick to Glasgow.
2 Michigan State sacks tonight, both on the last 2 Maryland drives. Their first 2 sacks of the game. Tolis stacked up at the line of scrimmage by a bevy of Terps. Pressure coming off the edge. Milivojevic gets it off to Kelly. And Kelly's helmet flies off, and
wow,
he's none too pleased. Flags coming in from everywhere. He is amped up.
It's Trey Reddick that ripped his helmet off and then kind of presented it like Medusa's head. Yeah, that's bad.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 3, the defense is first of the game. Penalty will be enforced half the distance of the goal with an automatic first down.
Tolis wrapped up at the 11. Milivojevic throwing into the end zone. Broken up at the last minute. He was looking for Omari Kelly. Dante Joyner got a hand on it.
And that stops the clock.
Coyne and Tao Tolliver in the I formation behind Milivojevic. Running it on 3rd and 8. Tao Tolliver runs into an army of Terps at the line of scrimmage. Milivojevic looking into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans! Omari Kelly hauls it in.
And that looks like this will end Maryland's threat. Wow.
Howard calls for the fair catch.
3 touchdowns, no picks.
Short pass from Washington to Williams. Williams knocked out of bounds. And then he's hearing about it from Malik Spencer. .149 to go. And he got the first down. Four-man rush from Michigan State. Washington into the dirt, incomplete.
Well, instead of running clock or adding a little bit to the score, Michigan State decides to go for the jugular, and it pays off. Throwing for the end zone and creating a 10-point lead. And Mike Loxley can just look on here. Hope that his freshman quarterback can do something spectacular, and then they can get the ball back.
Washington on 2nd down, and that is game, set, match. Avion Gross with the interception, and the Spartans will snap an 8-game losing streak here at Ford Field.
It wasn't easy. They had to deal with a record-breaking performance by a true freshman quarterback who is going to be the toast of the DMV next year, Malik Washington. What a player. But a lot of courage shown by Michigan State, scoring a touchdown to try to put the game out of reach at the end, and then getting an interception and really forcing a lot of errant throws and getting to Washington down the stretch.
Malik Washington threw 61 times tonight, over 450 yards. That was his only interception of the game. Has a bright career ahead of him, no doubt. But it will be Michigan State that leaves here victorious. We talked about the losing streaks. Maryland will end the season on an 8-game losing streak. And the 8-game losing streak for Michigan State is now a thing of the past. Mike Locksley knows that he's going to be coming back as the head coach next year. Jonathan Smith has yet to hear.
And we'll see if this changes anything. I'm not sure, but Locksley has a young team with a lot of promise and obviously a great piece to build on when it comes to Malik Washington.
Washington was absolutely outstanding, and I mentioned we didn't get to talk about the freshman edge rushers, but I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more about them in the future. And there is that 8-game losing streak that is now a thing of the past. Jonathan Smith has been so open and honest with us, and you talk to him at the beginning of the year as opposed to this week, and you could see just the exasperation on his face. And this allows him to exhale at least for a couple hours until he finds out what the future holds in store, if it'll be in East Lansing or somewhere else.
Modern college football is a wild ride, and these teams took us on one tonight. A lot of fun.
What an incredible game. 38-28 is the final. Thanks to our crew.